Precious Metal Summit 2022 in Zurich. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. And we want to talk now for the first time to Signal Gold. And Kevin Bullock, the CEO, is here with us. Hi, how are you?
Hi, very good, thanks. Happy to be in Zurich.
Yeah, I believe that. It's always a great venue here in a great city, for sure. I think also Precious Metal Summit is a great conference.
It is.
Yeah, happy to have you here because you are coming from Canada, obviously, and you want to bring up Nova Scotia's next gold mine, the Goldboro Project. So what's going on there?
Correct. We are actually have received our environmental permit already in Nova Scotia, which is a huge step for us in our permit process. So there'll be another year of work to get the industrial approval and the Schedule 2 amendment, and then we'll be shovel ready to build Nova Scotia's next gold mine. It's the highest grade undeveloped open pit on the east coast of Canada, and it's the largest gold deposit in Nova Scotia, in the province.
Okay. When you say the largest gold deposit, how large is it so far?
So we have 3.1 million ounces of resource,
Nice.
of which 1.1 million ounces is reserve open pittable at an average grade of 2.26 grams per ton, which is very high grade for an open pit.
That is a lot for an open
Yeah.
pit, absolutely. So I'm pretty sure you have already an idea about AIC.
Yes,
ounce?
actually, in the full feasibility study, it's $850 US per ounce.
Lovely.
That will increase slightly with the inflation measures that are on now, but we'll still be in the lowest quartile for operating gold mines once we're built.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the average cost today is 1,300. So if you are staying below the 1,000, I think you are doing a great job.
Yeah, it's because it simply is a high-grade deposit because
Yeah.
of its type of mineralization.
Super. What is mine life? What would be annual proposed production?
So it's 11 years exactly at 100,000 ounces a year. That's just the open pit phase, which is what the feasibility is based on. But there is an underground component to it that we need to still drill off to create measured and indicated resources to put into a phase 2 feasibility to go underground. That adds another 330 million of net present value.
Wow.
Onto the current 330 million, but it's not in the feasibility yet.
Yep.
So 11 years of open pit, and I'm sure there'll be another 10 plus years of underground mining.
Okay,
And
super.
we haven't explored the western part of the property yet, where the trend continues, and we just started drilling that last week. So, everybody should be looking for results in the first quarter, and we may be able to double the current resource. So it'll be a very large deposit.
Wow, that would be a big thing,
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
Definitely. Would it be possible to finance the underground out of the open pit? Once you are
Absolutely.
in production?
The plan from the preliminary economic assessment, which you can do on inferred resources, was to start developing the underground in year 6 of open pit production out of cash flow. So it's about a $230 million underground development, which will be directly out of cash flow over a 2-year period in years 6 and 7. Then combined, the underground higher grade on the open pit, we should move from 100,000 ounces a year to 150.
Okay, super. Wow, that sounds like a good game plan, I would say. That's for sure. Okay, so what would be, let's say, the development path finally? I saw in your presentation 2025. Is that still something you want to be in commercial production?
We will be shovel ready in March of 2024, and then it'll be a 15-month build, and then we'll be in commercial production in late 25, yes.
Okay, super, fantastic. You have also, I saw Tilt Cove gold, and it is Point Rousse. So Point Rousse is going out of production next year?
Yes, we're finally mining the last tons and ounces out of the Argyle satellite pit, and that'll be finished mining the end of this year, and processing will continue till February, and at that point in time, the ore body will be exhausted.
Okay, super. So 2023, what would be then the work program for you? I mean, you have already a lot of resources. You will bring the new resource estimate then. So what else do you want to do, I mean, for the permitting?
So we have engaged Oramet for project finance advisory. So we'll be looking at financing packages over the year while we're finalizing the permitting. But most importantly and most exciting is drilling to the west of the current resources, because the best place to find gold is next to a large deposit or in the shadow of a head frame. And we have both. With a geophysical signature continuing the trend, and that's being drilled now.
Super. A lot of work, of course, for you. Still a lot of permitting until you get to the project finance level. What is cash in the bank? Are you financed for all of that?
We have 12 million in the bank, but we do need more money next year to do detailed engineering and pre-permit work such as geotechnical drilling, detailed engineering, land purchases for the infrastructure. So we will be looking for money, but we're trying to stay away from equity because of the current market conditions. Equity is difficult.
That makes not so much sense.
So we'll try and do some pre-permit debt financing as either part of an overall financing or separately. So we're looking at all opportunities.
Okay, super. So how does the infrastructure look like now for your future mine?
We have power to within 1.5 kilometers of site, so power, grid power, roads, but not much else. So there's nobody to move. There's no houses to move. It's stunted growth forest. So it's a very great site to permit, but it does have roads and power.
Super, that's fantastic. Who are your largest shareholders? What is management?
Our largest shareholder is SSI Asset Management out of
oh, really? My friend Florian.
Yes, Florian. And several other Swiss investors. Yeah. Management owns 3%. Our CFO, Rob Dufour, and myself have been, we started putting this growth strategy together about 3 years ago, and we've been buying the stock alongside shareholders for those 3 years, and we continue to buy.
Super. Love to hear that. Thank you very much for the insight. Sounds like a really compelling project, and wish you all the best. And please make sure that thing goes into production.
Thank you very much. Looking forward to it. Thank you.
Super. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, there was Kevin Bullock, the CEO of Signal Gold, and you heard it, Nova Scotia's next gold mine. The company is doing a great job so far. And with $12 million in the bank, they should be fine so far until they reach almost the project finance level. Sure, still a lot of work to do. And I think it's a great quality with AIC well below the $1,000 level. That's exactly what we need for the future. Check out the company. Thanks for watching us, and bye-bye from Zurich.